Good morning, Amani. So good to see you all here today. We're having some little technical difficulties and speaking difficulties as well, apparently. But we're going to just move forward like we always do. So we're going to begin with our opening song, and the slides aren't working, so we were going to have the words up. But you all know it, so join Sonia as she leads us with it.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Can we survive without internet? Ultimate experiment. Something great has happened. Love has taken hold and it won't let go of us now. No, something here is calling us forward, upward motion. We're drops in one ocean, roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones you've been waiting for. Live your dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gift with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. There's a chance you can do something amazing. Feel your passion blazing and shine on. Paint with every vision, dance in new directions, explode to new heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones you've been waiting for. Yeah. Live your dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gift with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Here we go. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Yeah, one dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Live your dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Give the gift to the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now.
Those words, they're sometimes hard to remember and keep up with, so great job doing that without having the slides. And great job, all of you, staying with her. So let's go ahead and release our kids. Marie's going to take them for some wonderful time together. So you guys have a great time. We'll see you afterwards. Okay, so slides are still not working, so I'm going to use my phone and just kind of go through this stuff. So I want to start just by welcoming you all to the center this morning, to the Amani Center. We're glad that you're here. And we like to start by reading our vision statement together. I don't have it up here. A lot of you probably already know it, so let's try it. I'll kind of lead. We are lighting the path to peace together. That's it. You guys were well trained because we say it every week. And that really is what we're here for, why we're here, what our purpose is, what our vision is for lighting that path to peace. And we do it together, and we do it in communities. So that's really important. A little bit about who we are. We're an open and inclusive community. We believe there are many paths to the divine. And so whatever path you're on, we're just happy to be here and walk it with you and give you a hand when you need it, maybe your hand over the shoulder when you need it, and sometimes you're going to help us. So this is how we show up in community and walk on our personal journeys in community together, which is really important. And we are a safe and welcoming place where you can come and fill your cup. So sometimes you just need to come, hear the music, hear the message, be in community, do the meditation and the affirmations, and we're always here for that. So thank you for showing up. Is there anyone here for the very first time? We have a little gift that we'd love to give you. All right. So we're just grateful for everyone who is here. We'd love to have you here in our community. One of the ways we live into that vision statement is with our Circle of Light, our practitioners and our ministers who make up our spiritual core of the center. And so after service, we are always here to do treatment with you, affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment, whatever word you want to use. The idea is that we will sit with you and we will remind you of the truth, of the divinity, of the perfection that you are, and all the support and love that is there for you. So if you've got something that's weighing a little heavy on your heart, if you've got something that you want to bring into your life that you're excited about, if you just want to be in great gratitude, whatever it is, see one of us. And would members of the Circle of Light just raise your hand here? So all of us are available after service. See one of us. Don't take it home. Stop, and it would be our honor and our great joy to do that work with you. So please find one of us afterwards if you would like. All right, the announcements I'm going to go through quickly since you don't have any slides to look at. But this is March. It's a 5-Sunday month, which are my favorite because we get to have another Sunday together. We have our wonderful Reverend Sherry Wynn speaking today, which is always just so beautiful and uplifting. Yes, yay for Reverend Sherry. And then next week is our very special Easter service that the Circle of Light is doing. And we will be doing the rose petal ceremony, which we have not done in a long time. We have something really special planned. I hope you'll all show up for that. We have a kids program. We're going to have an Easter egg hunt afterwards, so bring the kids. They'll have their special program. We'll have ours, and then they can hunt Easter eggs. We're going to have some cake, and then you can go do your... Oh, yes, and One Voice will be singing. So it's going to be a special Sunday, and then you can go do whatever other Easter things you have afterwards. But spend the morning with us. It's going to be lovely. All right, so I talked about the Easter egg hunt. Full moon is tomorrow night, so we have the full moon ritual. Last week I said that Leah Morse was going to be here. It turns out she's not going to be able to make it here. It's just too difficult. She's in San Francisco working out the logistics. But what she agreed to do was to join us virtually via Zoom. So we'll have her on the screen. She'll be live with us. She'll do some songs for us. So it's still going to be just lovely. And those rituals are always just beautiful. They're like things come up in them. We do some journaling. We do some good work, some meditation that Nicole leads that's beautiful, and we talk about what is going on with this moon in particular. Why are you feeling this? What are you being called to do? And help you get some clarity on how to walk through it in a way that's uplifting and that you're in your purpose work. So I encourage everyone to come for that. It's 6:30 tomorrow night. It's just donation-based. Everyone is welcome. And tell your friends and bring them here for that. Meditation every Saturday, led by our wonderful ministerial intern, Kathy Wilson. We've shortened it a little. It's just 10 to 11. So show up. It's not just a solid hour of meditating. She gives some instruction. You try some different things. It's a lovely way to start your weekend and just find that space. And the more you practice, the better you get at it. And meditation is transformative. Our Course in Miracles group is meeting on the first and third Thursdays of every month. And in April, they're going to meet at Carol and Mark's house because we have a couple other things going on. So see Carol and Mark if you need directions or want to find out how to get to them. But they're just in Cameron Park, really close. They have a nice space to do that. So thank you for offering that. And they'll just continue doing that group during April. And then we'll be back to the space afterwards. Spring Fest is coming up. That's May 4th. May the 4th be with you is the Spring Fest theme. So we're looking for vendors still. If you have things you want to vend, or you know people who could bring something lovely that could be like gifts for Mother's Day or spiritual things or any kind of fun things to have in a vendor booth. We'll have the patio, we'll have inside, we'll have the parking lot. We're going to have some music. We're going to have different foods available. It's going to be a really fun day. So please show up to support it. Volunteer if you can. There's some clipboards back there if you'd like to help that day. I know Kathy's going to need lots of help for that, and it's fun. It's really fun. And Vend if you can, tell your friends, really help us make this a big, successful, not only fundraiser, but way to show the community who we are and get people over here, which we love doing. All right, we've got some other new classes coming up in April. There's going to be another Rise and Speak that Reverend Mitch teaches, so that's fantastic. He's also going to be doing the Taming Your Inner Critic workshop, which is awesome, a really fun, great workshop. And then we have Daniel Namod coming on April 20th, so he will be right here. That's amazing. So tell your friends about that. Bring people. It's so lovely. His music, he is such a prolific writer of music, and he's such a lovely person, and it's wonderful to be in his presence. And it's really special that he calls us when he's going to be in the area so that he can perform here. So let's pack the house if we can. I would love to see that happen. And then this is really way out in advance, not till May, but Andrea Dawn will be here doing her Awakenings. I don't know if you'd call it a workshop or a session, but for those of you, does everybody know Andrea? Who knows Andrea? Like, she's amazing. So having her in the space is so special, and she is so ingrained in Amani and how we got here. She was so instrumental in guiding us with her amazing intuition and ability. So she's going to be doing a great event on May 11th. It's an afternoon one. So you can sign up for it. It's already, she's advertising it on Facebook. We've got it. Don't miss that. That's going to be awesome. So that's it for the announcements. If you haven't already silenced your phone, please do so. And then let's just take a minute to go within and bless this service. So if it's comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close. We're just taking this time now to really check in and get quiet, and also just know that today's service is going to unfold, is already unfolding divinely, perfectly, that everyone who needs to be here showed up and listened, that our speaker, our music, our technology, all of our volunteers are blessed and lifted and informed divinely, and that everything just flows exactly how it's meant to. And we don't always know what that looks like, but we can be in acceptance, drop the resistance to what's showing up, and say, what's here for me? And so I know that's what we all do today, and that this service goes out, it blesses everyone here, it blesses out into the community, that we take this higher vibration, this centeredness with us, and everyone we touch is uplifted. And that's how we are changing the world one person at a time, uplifting, healing, helping. So I'm so grateful to know this is true. I'm grateful for the Amani Center to be here for us. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who's showing up here, who is listening later, who is any part of what's unfolding here, knowing that it is divinely ordained and that all is truly well. And so I release my word into the law, knowing that it is done, and together we say, and so it is. All right, so we are going to do our affirmation, and we're gonna use the phone. Kathy's gonna talk you through it since you don't get to see it. So, welcome, Kathy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So we're going to do a call and response affirmation. I will read out the first line, and then you will respond by saying the first line. Love is alive and awake in me.
Love is alive and awake in me.
I am in harmony with its intelligence and guidance.
I am in harmony with its intelligence and guidance.
Beautiful, thank you. We're going to do it another couple times, and if you wish, just silently follow along with me. Love is alive and awake in me, and I am in harmony with its intelligence and guidance. Love is alive and aware in me, and I am in harmony with its intelligence and guidance. This is brought to us by the wonderful Reverend Sherry. And now we're going to have another Wonderful song from Sonia.
It's going to be Sonia and Amani, because this is also a song for us to sing together. There's 3 words. Pray for peace. That's it. That's the whole song. You're going to say it. I'm going to say a little something. You'll say a little something. We'll close our eyes and we'll send up some energy to the world. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. That's the song. Pray for peace. 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 Pray for love. Pray for peace. 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 There's power in the number of His praying here on earth. You're asking for a miracle. Let your voice be the first. Pray for peace. 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 Pray for your mother. Pray for peace. Pray for your father. Pray for peace. Pray for your sister. Pray for peace. Pray for your mother. Pray for peace. Pray for your leader. Pray for peace. Pray for forgiveness. Pray for peace. Pray for each other. Pray for peace. Pray for love. Pray for peace. 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 Pray for
And now it's time in the sacred space of sound, feelings, emotions. It is time for a meditation. So I invite you to get comfortable in your chair. Place your feet firmly on the ground, connecting with Mother Earth and the energy that she gives us. I invite you to close your eyes, absolutely knowing that in this sacred space, we are all connected as one. The divine energy throughout the universe is unconditional love, the power and presence within us that guides and directs. I invite you to connect to that. Enjoy your meditation. we'll go into a healing meditation. Bring to mind a person, a place, or a situation that needs that extra energy, that extra love to heal. It might be yourself, a friend, a partner, whatever or whomever it is. Bring it into your heart and just know that the Creator, the energy and love that created all things, everything, that power and presence that flows in, as, and through each of us is right here, right now, healing the planet, healing the person, healing the situation, whatever it may be. It is done, and it is so. I release my word into the universal law, knowing that I declare that it is done. I am grateful to the power and presence. I am grateful to each and every one of us that is filled with the energy, the love, the healing power within each of us. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So I release my word into the universal law, knowing it is done. And together we say, and so it is. Another wonderful song from Sonia.
I am light. 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 I am light.
Thank you, my dear friend of the light. Such a blessing. Thank you. Can we take those lights just down a fraction? I like to be able to see who's out there. Oh, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So the energy feels kind of silky today. Quiet. There's lots of space to just sink into. I think I want you to just take a moment to just look around and see the people who have come to be here with you today. You are the ones that are making this energy. You are pure awareness, bringing your own self to this space and sharing. And there's no hiding from the fact that we are all energetically connected. And it's time to be fearless in that knowledge. There is nothing wrong with us. There is no mistakes, just like this. There is more to you than you have been told. And this is the perfect time in our evolution. Sorry. It isn't. Well, I made it not work even more. This is the perfect time in our spiritual evolution to remember that we live in a fabric of being. We are the containers for that. And that light connection is connected to all life. Every bit of life that was created and put here is for us to be engaged with. So my talk this morning comes from the heart of God, which was our subtopic for the whole month. And if God doesn't work for you, then name it energy or nature or light or love, whichever you prefer and whichever is a complement to your sense of well-being and stability. So I was told to talk about love's journey. And it starts before you came into existence. You were absolute, pure awareness with the presence of the One being everything. And out of its existence, it impelled you with the energy of love to arrive here and begin a process of deeper understanding. And with that came the ego, which was necessary for our survival. But now it's time to remember that the ego is not you. You are a container of pure awareness. And your idea about you, when you say, I am this or I am that, the energy of the universal presence uses that energy to create through you that experience. So if you are preferring another experience, it's up to you to decide what it is you're going to be. Now here's the tricky part. We live in the present moment with the outcome of what our energetic and maybe thoughtless or thoughtful or painful or happy experience has been to create the now that's going on. I'm going to skip for a moment to saying something that I can't remember exactly where I heard it from, but it struck me. The news is the lowest common denominator of existence. The lowest. And so what that tells me is we are living in a world where there's a lot of vibratory frequencies that are occurring. And if we want to experience something different, we have to go about the business of bringing our vibratory frequency into a more harmonious place. And I think a good place to be is with love. Love has many names, but love is experienced through us. And to be what we want to be as love, it's more about giving it away than it is about getting it. Because in the verse, in the prayer that I prayed for a lot of years, I loved the part that said, "My cup runneth over." My cup runneth over. So to me, that was an inclination or an inspiration for that there is some way that I can take in the energy of love, that I can be aware of it, that it can be in me and it will spill over into the world. And so I want you to imagine what that would be like if you were that. Instead of being trapped in the illusion of your pain, your suffering, your loss, your anger, your jealousy, all of that. And again, a sidestep. If love started the moment that we arrived, or preferably before and we came in, then everything was through the impetus of this love. And so, where I said we would like to be something else, we learned from how uncomfortable it is to be jealous, how dangerous it is to be angry, how fear can keep us trapped in a mind game and loop inside our heads. And so we are the ones who need to free us out of that, and we're not alone. Imagination is a wonderful, wonderful tool that we were given, because imagination is timeless. And the power of imagination is to be in a present circumstance that seems unlivable and imagine the difference. And imagine the difference so well that the energy starts to penetrate what we're locked into and frees us into the experience of what we're desiring. I believe love is a quality of being, which is entirely different than doing. I've talked about this for a long time, and I wonder, do I have anything new to say? Maybe I'm just mixing it up and it's being said the same way, so I'm grateful that you allow me this opportunity, because it gets in the way of my ego that goes, can I do this? Do I have it in me? Am I going to say the right thing? Is it going to be in service? And then I just show up and trust. And that's what we're asked to do, is just show up and trust. And we trust in something that has no name, or it has many names. We name it whatever works for us. And I want to imagine that in this empty room here that appears to have no people seated, we can call upon those celestial and divine beings, our ancestors on the other side, to walk with us. And all we have to do is imagine it, ask for it, and know it's done. And that is a true gift of compassion, mercy, and love. That which created us said, any time you ask, it will be given. What if the given is uncomfortable? Is love in that too? What if the given is not what your imagination created? So everything we've been asking for, all the desires we've ever had since the moment we got there, is in that universal void. I saw it one day as sort of I was doing something or nothing. And I got this image of up above me was this blueprint of all these things that I had desired. And it's like, oh, when I'm ready, it just drops into form. And that's where the trust part happens. People will say, well, I don't believe in prayer because nothing happens. You know what? I didn't get what I asked for. No, love gave you what was best for you. Maybe I had to be brought to my knees, crumbled, broken, until I was ready to give up and surrender to something to help me, to heal me, to make me whole, to give me courage, to give me confidence when I had none. So you are the receptacle for the presence of love. Your journey is to make the space for it to land in. And that happens here. And so when we come together in community where we feel safe, seen, heard, we can even be invisible here. It's okay. However you come, whatever you need, whatever's required of your highest and best good is in the center of your being, and it is a magnet that draws to it that. I believe that the higher self in us is an inspirational tool that helps us to evolve, to expand our box, to let go of things that don't work. But without a relationship with that, we're subject to all the past beliefs. And including that, because we're all unified in one, we're in a collective experience. And remember, I said that the news is the lowest common denominator. You might want to ask yourself, is this good for me? It's okay to have what's good for you. But imagine if you're in the lowest common denominator and you're plugged into that, what do you draw? More of that, more of the opposition of that, more of that, more of that, and more of that. And the world would tell us that that's all there is. So you got to turn it upside down and go from the universal first, rather than the subjective lower field. Not that that's bad. All of those chakras are here for us to explore. But if we want to be masters or mistresses, whatever that is, then we need to go about the development from the inside out. I like the word catalyzation. That has kind of grit in it. That has some fire in it. So if we're in the process of bringing ourselves into a higher awareness, all the stuff that's unlike it is being catalyzed and transformed into what it is we prefer. Do you get that? So there's always a living process, a life process that is running through us, that is reforming, reshaping, letting go, diminishing, opening. All of those things are a process to make space for the pure awareness that we are, and we're learning how to be two things at the same time. Being here now and being more in our pure awareness, staying grounded to being here now, and having a willingness to trust that whatever shows up is ours to unfold and to understand and to appreciate and be thankful for. And that means a lot of letting go of the old stuff in our heads, in my head, in my culture. A lot, huh? Are you up to it? Are you here for it? Is it what you asked for? If we get that, that's when we go to the place. We go to the place before it all started, outside of our limitation, to the imagination again that goes, oh, love created me, damn it. Love created me. Oh, boy. Love is a creation that's working through me. I am the resident of the divine in flesh, and I am walking on sacred ground, in sacred communion with all of life. You know, when I started this out, and I was very, very, very young, like this, and I was aware of things, and I was free, and I knew it, and I would come in and I would tell my mom about who I'd been talking to. That just literally scared right out of her. And for a lot of years, I thought less of her for that, because that was my ego. I had, even in a small place, I was looking for something outside me to love me. And what I understand later in my life, she gave me the absolute best she had as a mother in her timeline, in her family, in her experience. And it's for me to recognize that and love it, no matter what it appeared to be. Because that was the divine bringing to me that what I needed to have my highest spiritual evolution. Now, when I say highest spiritual evolution, I'm not talking woo-woo stuff. I'm talking that when one person makes a step in the right direction, we all receive that in consciousness. When 2 people do that, when 3 people do that, when 4 people do that, look at it is, if I have an awakened identity or awakened experience, everyone in my community, in my family, and in the world has the benefit of that energy being in the collective consciousness. And think about all the people in your life and all the people that are in your life that are touched by that, and all the people in their life. So when you make the mistake of believing what the news says is the reality of life, move out of it, because we're much more powerful staying in the community of love and light. And there's a whole world, a whole galaxy, a whole interdimensional reality that is in that consciousness. And so when your mind goes, but, what about this? What I know is I've just fallen out of communion with my higher self. And that's why we come together, because some of us are sent into really gritty situations. And it takes some days I think, really, I'm still here? Because I have felt worn down, freaked out, afraid, unsure, and confused. You know, all of us. Nobody's subject to not having experiences, because we're going through a catalyzation process of a lot of lifetimes of stuff that was out of order. And so the escalation of consciousness doesn't happen from the top down. What happens from the top down is our communion with it. What happens for the catalyzation of the whole collective consciousness happens from the bottom up. And there's an old passage in the Bible says that leaven helps it rise. So when there's more light, more love, more beauty, more self-acceptance, more confidence, more inclusiveness in the whole, then the whole begins to lift. That's just so amazing. So every little thing we do not discount the things that seem small. Those still add to and are wonderful. And so every time we smile a little bit more, we forgive a little bit more, we laugh a little bit more, we dance a little bit more, we sing a little bit more, we hug a little bit more, all of those things add to it. And they start to create more space in all of your chakras. All of that makes more space in the who you are as a person living in a skin suit. So you begin to contain more and more and more of the truth of who you are. And think about it. You didn't have to do anything except share the cup that's overflowing. Overflowing with thanksgiving, overflowing with love, overflowing with gratitude, overflowing with, whew, I got through that. I can do it. One thing I learned, and I've said this to you a lot, is I fell down a lot, but what I got really good at is getting up and moving forward. Getting up and moving forward. Getting up and moving forward. And when I say moving forward, it was all in consciousness. All in the place inside of me. So I'm grateful for all of you today. Pat yourself on the heart. Say to yourself, I love you. Come on, Mark, pat yourself on the heart. Say, I love you. It's okay to say it loud. I love you. Okay, turn around to the next person and say, I love you. I love you. Okay. Say this. I am awake. I am aware. I am alive in this glorious life. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. I always get so many ahas when Reverend Sherry speaks. Hear just what I needed to hear. All right, so now it's our joyful time of giving. So this is our opportunity to support the Amani Center and the work that we do here to keep the lights on, to keep doing the improvements, to keep doing the classes and being here on Sundays, all the things that we're showing up to do during this very interesting time in the world, knowing that we're called to be here. So we're going to pass the baskets in a few moments, but I do want to share a few of the ways that you can give. And let me just grab this guy. So if you'd like to give virtually or digitally, then you can take one of these cards out of the white seat backs, and there's a QR code on there, and I'm going to just show that on there. You can use that to give. You can also, if you're at home or if you would prefer to give digitally, you can set it up through your bank. And we really appreciate when you set something up recurring, because that really helps us to plan and know what's coming. So you can set a small amount to come out every week. You can set a larger amount for every month. Whatever works for you, we really do appreciate that. Every email that you get, all the newsletters will have a donate button, so you can always use that as well. And you can always mail us a check, too. If you're not here and you'd like to do it that way, that's fine. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Kathy, and she'll do a little blessing for what you're giving, and then we'll pass the baskets.
All right, so we come together in community, and our hearts are filled with joy and gratitude. In the giving, so you receive. And in that receiving, the doors are open, the lights are on, the classes occur, and we have a strong and vibrant community. And in that, I am so grateful. I release my word, knowing it is so, and together we say, and so it is. Please pass the baskets.
So it's another sing-along. Everything I do is a sing-along, right? When the night has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky we look upon should crumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, no, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand there, stand by me, darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand now, stand by me, whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me. I went somewhere, I don't know where I went. You know, you just float off sometimes. I do that a lot. So there you are. Thank you very much.
We do have kids, and if they don't make it back, then we'll hear about what they did. They're obviously having a good time. I would like to take a moment to say how wonderful it is to have our good friends Angela and Sam back for the day from Arizona. Such a great surprise to see them. Love you guys. We have missed you. So thank you for taking the time to come and surprise us, because that's a wonderful wonderful thing. Yay, Amani loves you. And so a reminder that we will stack chairs for ballet. So we'll take the chairs on this side, stack them against the wall there. These will go there. If you're able to help, we appreciate it. We don't like to keep that door from getting blocked. And a reminder that next week is our special Easter service, so do show up for that. It's going to be really lovely. Do you see him, Marcy? Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sing, and if they get back here and they want to talk, we'll let them pop in afterwards. So, yeah, you all know the words. We're going to go ahead and sing our closing song together. Let's stand. You can hold hands if that feels right to you, or do whatever feels good, and let's sing together.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
Don't hide your light or your love or your power. Share it. I love you.